Hello, you all. Come in. Come in, come in, come in. Hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you all can hear me well. Strap. Let me connect and see how the sound is sounding. Hello, Brandon. Coming in from the Carolinas. I think my sound is good. You all hit the thumbs up. Just did a sound check on um my personal phone. All right, North Carolina checking in. Let's do the 5 minutes of fame real quick. I need to go live on Instagram. So say hello and drop your city and state as I get that set up. Also, I will have some music for your listening pleasure as you all are coming in and saying hello. And you know my favorite song, which is Digital Gold, right? Hello, Gwen, coming in. You know my favorite song is Digital Gold. So let's get that going, right? Very excited, very excited. March will be a big month, right? Cryptocurrency. March will be a big month for cryptocurrency, right?
Coin doubled in one day a couple of weeks ago. I think it's up 7,000% this year. I'm going to call it a craze, and I don't mean that in a negative way. How do you think this all ends?
Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fees. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got coin like Mario, pump it, turn up the audio. This that dollar flow, this the shit you just gotta know. You carry them knots, ain't what I prefer to do. Hot spitter, that ain't the currency I'm referring to. I'm talking Bitcoin getting fast, top yo dinero. Trap, turn your stash spots to Monero. If you watch your hustling, homie, on the way to block games, take that blockchain, put it on the blockchain. The Fed, we just laughing at them cause they can't touch it. All this ripple, put a ripple in my central bank budget. Ponzi schemes promising payoffs turn me way off. We don't with Big Connect, that's that Bernie Madoff. Sucker, tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no
All you are
fees.
coming in here, like,
Them
and
coins
share.
stacking, I got chips on me. I got that digital gold. I got that digital gold.
Again,
I
it's
got that digital gold.
get
I
like,
got that
no, you
digital
didn't miss
gold.
anything.
I got that digital
Haven't
gold.
got started
I got
yet.
that digital gold. I got that digital gold. You do the digital dash, nah, I do the digital cash. I want my shit to the moon. I'm trying to get to the bag. You taking pictures to brag,
Y'all
trying to buy
move
some
even out
land though.
Instagram,
Billy
right?
D and Star Wars.
Periscope,
I'm just
so
trying to
post
land
some
though.
digital
Trying
love.
to push this art. How far will this van go? But I'm moving too damn slow. That's why I got that ether flowing. Stillmatic knives. I just thought I'd get the people knowing. Nah, this ain't no Jay-Z diss. Crypto about to make me rich. Bars rapping go be, I'm the black Satoshi. About to change the whole world and you don't even know me. Get your coins up and once they going up and go resale. You trying to feed your family's family, UHODL. Hallelujah. Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fees. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got that digital gold. 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 I got that digital gold.
Yo, who got that digital gold, right? Who have that digital gold? You all let me do a sound check. Let me know if you can hear me well, if the sound is good. How do you do a super chat? I have no idea. Let me see. How do you do a super chat, right? I think it's a dollar sign that says show your support for Queen by the custom emoji. Okay, thank you, Gwen. Says the sound is good. Hello, checking in. Let me finish giving some shout outs. We're at the 4 minute mark. So checking in from Central Georgia. Hello, Central Georgia. Checking in. We got Florida. We got Live Media Pro. Gwen said, let's get that song popping. on Periscope, no, you did not miss anything. This is just my intro. We're just beginning with the 5 minutes of fame. You have not missed anything. But grocery prices are going to spike simply because of the supply and demand, right? Well, it was already in the plan anyway, right? But we'll get into that. Let me finish up this 5 minutes of fame. Taylor Miles says yes. All right. New York, big city and dreams is in the house. Hello, New York is in the house. Big city and dreams. Gwen Queen already coming in with the $10 super chat. Gwen, thank you so much. So let me get some education so that I can further advance your financial future, right? So I can further advance your financial future and your financial knowledge. Bottom right of this page, thank you so much. Bottom right of the page for the super chat. Callie is in the house. Callie is in the house. Hi, Queen from California. Our gas prices are already climbing daily. Right. The gas prices have increased by, I know, 30% just for this year alone under the Biden administration. So, people, we have over 100 people in this live stream already, right? That means you all are ready. I do appreciate you being ready. I had to take the weekend off to deal with a close friend of mine, a family emergency. And I really wasn't in the mood to go live tonight, but I saw all of this crypto news and instantaneously, right, I got some energy to really go live. I had a slight headache. I was actually going to take 3 days off, but I got Sean and Gwen and Essential C Star, a lot of people in Life Media Pro is going to help me make it through this live stream. And my Tyandra, you know, a lot of my Patreon members. So you all come in, help me make it through this live stream. Another update before I get into the gas and grocery prices is someone informed me that they sent me a text and said, Queen, have you read Nasara 2? Right? They want to know, had I read Nasara 2? And I said, no, I just have the Nasara 1. There is an Asara 2, right? So I will be more than happy to order that and read that and to bring you out a live stream just to see if there are any differences or update since the Nasara 1, right? Because some of the things of Nasara 1, I must admit, I felt was a little far-fetched, right? And it's definitely not up to the 2021 crypto standards. A lot of things in this book suggested that physical gold will be distributed um, to the people whose family uh, gold was stolen in the 1930s. So I'm very excited, right, to see what Nasara 2. This was written in 2011. And Nasara was supposed to be announced on 9/11, right? September 11th, 2001. So I'm really interested to see if Nasara 2 will mention anything about cryptocurrency and if it's still stating a debt jubilee, a total debt jubilee, and also the the families who were affected by the confiscation of gold by the U.S. government in the 1930s, what would their payout be, right? What would their payout be? So, oh my God, where to start, right? I can do a live stream every day this week, and I think I still won't have enough. Let me see. Okay, I think there still will not be enough time to cover everything, right? So I did, where's that article? Let's see, can I find that article? I thought I emailed it to myself. I want to start with the gas pricing. Oh, here it is. Bank of America, right? But I've been telling you all since last year that we will have a rise of gas and grocery prices before this black swan event happened and um, had a lot of shelves empty with the quote unquote winter storm. Now, I don't know about you all if your city and or state was affected, but It it's a little cool today, but yesterday in the South, it was like 27 degrees last week, almost 80 degrees yesterday, right? We had a cooler day. And so, do your research on HARP and global warming, right? HARP and global warming. So, someone says, what's BTC doing? I necessarily don't advise people to buy BTC right now just because of the dollar cost average. Um, However, if you have, let's see what it's doing real quick, and then we'll get on the gas. Bank of America, right? I feel like we definitely need to get into that. Bank of America just publicized gas prices will. Again, it's already up 30%, but we have Bitcoin making a strong rebound. People watching this live stream, right? You can mark my words, by Friday, you're going to see Bitcoin um, probably back close to that, over the 50,000 for sure, but definitely closer to that 57,000 level that it was testing a couple of weeks ago. So you have Bitcoin back in the green at 49,000 as of this live stream, right? You have Ethereum, some big news on Ethereum, so stay hold. Stay on at 8.2%. And then you have Polkadot, right? Polkadot at 3.81%, $35, right? Um, and so ADA is in the red. However, I, I believe ADA will be at $2 or $3, right? Now, let me tell you all this. I could have um, took my gains out on ADA this weekend. And again, I was dealing with some things, right, with the friend. And I really wasn't in the mindset I should have taken my gains out. There are some things that I hold or I hodl, right? And there are other things that when the gains are there, I get them and take advantage of them, right? The things that I hold and hodl is Bitcoin and definitely Ethereum, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just because Bitcoin, it will be the world currency, right? Accepted worldwide. And it's supposed to be set up where it is totally decentralized, right? No government control. So it gives a bit of freedom and world acceptance, right? So for Bitcoin, for me, it's not about the price. It's definitely not trading against these gains. Bitcoin is very volatile. So a lot of people do like to trade against it. But for me, Bitcoin is about that free of government free of government and the worldwide acceptance, meaning that if I ever see a need to leave the United States, right, I can go to another country or relocate to somewhere in the States, right, or another country, and Bitcoin will be widely accepted or worldwide acceptance. So once you sell your gains in Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, you lose your quantity, right? So it's all about the number that I hold with Bitcoin, not necessarily the number that Bitcoin will go to. And so when people get into this discussion about trading or hodling or holding, it all depends on what's your logic, your philosophy, what's your belief system, what's your why. Are you looking to trade, right, only to convert back into cash currency? Now, with that being said, there are other cryptocurrency that I do trade out. But like for example, if I were to trade out Cardano, right? And I say Cardano, and I know a lot of people say Cardano, but I see an A in there. So, I just say Cardano. It may be Cardano, tomato, tomato, right? But I could have traded it out, but I would not have traded it out for cash. I probably would have took my gains out and put it into XRP, right? And so when I trade, I'm not trading for a depreciating asset. Cash is the lowest yielding asset there is, right? Bank of America, for example, will give you 0.00 0.3% on the highest money market account or CD account for holding your cash, right? And so once you convert a cryptocurrency that can have anywhere from 20 to 30% gains in a day, or even 50%, and then you're converting it back to cash at 0.03% interest that you can gain, then my logic behind it is you must be converting cash or converting that crypto to cash because you have some essential bills that you need to pay and you need to liquidate that. You made your gains, right? And so that's why with everybody, the strategy is different. If you are cash poor, right? If you are cash poor, then you trading will do best for you, right? Maybe you're behind on some bills, your rent, your mortgage, rent moratoriums in the end of this month, March 31st. However, foreclosure moratoriums have been extended to the end of June for those home buyers. So you all should be glad about that. However, for renters, right, it ends at the end of this month. And so if I was in a situation where I needed big gains out of crypto, right, in order to pay past due rent or to be able to afford groceries, then I definitely would trade it out. But if you're thinking that you're trading out for cash just to stack your cash, and you don't think that we are heading into a cryptocurrency economy, then you're sadly mistaken, right? Cash will be done away with. And I think it's going to be going into um, next year, 2022, right? I don't think it's going to be completely done away with this year. We're going to see more dominance of crypto being used next year. Then by 2023, I do believe cash altogether, as we know, paper cash will be totally not used, right? Totally not used. So thank you all for joining in on all my platforms. Thank you for the digital love on Instagram as well. And so let's get into this. Also, make sure you all hit the thumbs up again on YouTube, Periscope, Instagram, pump those hearts, and Facebook. Share this. I had 1,000 views on my last Facebook live stream, which is great because Facebook is usually my lowest viewing platform on my personal page. So um, I'm proud for that. Thank you, Twins Inc. on Instagram for the digital love. So let's look at Bank of America expects fastest oil price rise in 30 years, right? Let me blow this up for you all. Instagram, you just have to be in listen mode because you can't see the article. So Bank of America, right, expects the fastest oil prices in 30 years. Oil prices are set to rise by the fastest rate. People, listen to this. Okay, says he's headed to YouTube. Um, Oil prices are expected to rise the fastest rate since, listen, the 1970s, right? Over the next 3 years, Bank of America said in a new report, I'm expecting $3, and some people in other states are already telling me they're seeing a $3 or gas prices increase. But for the states that's not at $3, I'm expecting $3 by at least by the end of March, right? So oil prices are set to rise the fastest rate since the 1970s over the next 3 years. Bank of America said in a new report, right? I'm joining the growing group of analysts forecasting a return of oil to 3-digit territory, right? The average price of Brent over the next 5 years um, will be between $50 to $70 per barrel. So OPEC also reduced Russia, Saudi Arabia, reduced their oil production on today. They made that announcement, right? I really don't see how that should affect America, to be honest with you, because we have enough oil in reserve where we don't have to depend on Russia or any of the other Saudi Arabia. However, some type of way it is, and this is what I forewarn people about. that during the Biden administration, I really believe in April, we're going to see a stock market crash, which is highly going to affect people's 401ks and pensions, at least by 40%. You're going to see the increase rising of gas and groceries. You already know that Biden is pro natural gas, solar energy, and wants to do with the oil sector altogether, right? And so, and move to the shift of electronic vehicles. And now you have the Fed and Jerome Powell stating that need to move to or to make it priority to push a digital currency, right, for the United States. Another thing I don't know if you all was aware of is that I just saw something that said Binance prediction term for the Binance coin. Yeah, don't sleep on Binance coin, right? Another thing that you all may not be aware of that the federal government, its payment system supposedly had glitches or went down on last week as well, which is a more of agenda for them to go for the digital currency, right? So the digital dollar is or will be the new dollar, right? Let me look at some comments. Sean says the Fed said their inflation rate target is 2%. Yeah, right. They couldn't predict this pandemic. Also, their balance sheet is off the Richter scale. They need crypto and bullion to reset. Exactly. And what the Federal Reserve considers inflation is not what us everyday people consider inflation, right? We look at inflation as the increased price of goods and services, right? Like your gas and groceries. However, the Fed defines inflation as velocity of money, which means how many people are spending money, retail shopping, restaurants back in the economy. So they are saying there will be no inflation because they are making the case or argument that people are paying their bills, which is not necessarily true, right? You know that through this stimulus, you have more people shopping, more steaks, more seafood, will purchase, um, cell phones, televisions, right? you know, and so that was not necessarily true, but that's the report that they give that people are not doing retail shopping, but rather paying off their bills, right? And they also stated that credit scores are at its highest um, over the past year. However, many people credit scores are high, believe it or not, because their mortgage is in and their student loans are in forbearance. And so it's not showing as late penalties for non-payment on their mortgage and our student loan. And in some cases where rents report. And so it's really an artificial um, statement that credit scores are the highest. And now maybe some people did pay their credit card bills. I mean, balance is down. But a lot of people, because of the unemployment, we are getting on a weekly basis over 800,000, 900,000 claims of unemployment on a weekly basis. Um, Mark, I see you on Instagram. You shared a link. I'm not sure if I can click on that link, but it states that 2001, 2021, Nevada wants to be a blockchain based city. Wow. And Nevada is already, isn't Nevada? I think, yes, Nevada is accepting gold and silver as well. So you have these crypto friendly states like Nevada, like Wyoming, right? That are very crypto friendly, especially as taxes relate. So, 3LAU just sold his ultraviolet album for NFTs for 11.7 million. This would change the music industry forever. Let's get into that, Sean. Let's talk about NFTs. Let's talk about Ethereum. Let's discuss Cardano, right? Even though it's in the red, I'm telling you, I believe it will go to $2 to $3 by the end of this month. So This was a great, great article. I think I'm gonna start with Cardano first, right? I'm gonna start with Cardano first, and then the Ethereum or interview and article with Mark Cuban. But before I do this, another reason why the United States, right, why cryptocurrency is here to stay, or if you want to refer to it as a digital dollar, again, this article by New York Times. China charges ahead with national currency, right? China charges ahead with national currency. You all, we cannot sit back and allow China, which will be anyway, the powerhouse because they already have more gold than we do in the United States, which will be the of all countries, just the the financial hub or the dollar will not be, in other words, right? The dollar will not be the world reserve currency. Right, the dollar will not be the world reserve currency. So now you have China charges ahead with a national digital currency, and the electric Chinese yuan is now being tested in cities, right? And so Shanghai, Beijing, no other major power is as far as along with homegrown digital currency, right? And so we know that China's digital currency right now is operating on the Swift blockchain, which is really slow, right? As soon as Ripple becomes the connector for these central banks, right? Digital currency is going to just skyrocket, going to take off. So for those people that held their Ripple and XRP, let me just cut off Ripple and XRP. You're going to be glad when that comes into play, right? You're going to be glad when that come into play. Give me 1 second, you all. Let me type this in. I'm ending my live stream on Instagram, right? So let me make sure that it's get uploaded. So I can go ahead and then I can just focus on this platform. So there we have it. China and digital one is taking off. Not only are they going to be financial powerhouse people in financial hub, right? It's also digitally way more advanced than we are in the United States. More digitally advanced. This is where the 5G was first rolled out, right? And this is when people will begin to react differently to the radiation, right? And they called it something else, right? And so China is has charged ahead with the bold effect to remake the way the government, listen at this, government backed money works, rolling out with its own digital currencies with different qualities than cash or digital deposits. The country's central bank, which began testing last year in 4 cities, recently expanded those trials to bigger cities, right, according to government presentations, right? So China is looking to take over. They've already wanted to make they're pushing the claim that they should their digital yuan, right, should be the world reserve, the new world reserve currency, replacing the U.S. dollar. Now, will this cause war? Right? We know Biden administration has already aired missiles and will this be a black swan event? You know, and if it is, if it does, that will not be great news for the United States. So I hope that you do have some crypto. Now, let me also say this as well, that some stocks will plummet, some 401ks, some pensions, right, in April, but technology stocks, 5G stocks should do well. Any stocks that's connected to this cryptocurrency movement, right, will thrive, will continue to thrive in this economy, right? Let me look at some comments real quick. Thank you so much. He said, thank you for all I do. Appreciate it. Sean says the U.S. has a lot of oil. We do. However, Biden is trying to shut that down to replace it with the new Green Deal. That's true also. And also anything is solar energy, is green technology, this green agenda stocks will do well as well, right? It's just a matter of shifting people and understanding that we are going to a new economy, right? That we're moving away from this old economy. I made a lot of posts on my Facebook that's showing that now McDonald's in the bigger cities are already have automated drive-through where machines are taking your orders, right? I've already showed you all the self-driving vehicles, right? So we are there. It just has not and fluctuated all of the smaller states and the rural areas, right? But you're going to have New York and California that's going to look like Silicon Valley, especially those two states, especially those two states. As Sean said, look out for a lot of electronic vehicles coming out this year. Hence the Hummer. Really, the Hummer will be electronic coming out this year. Okay. Sean said, watch the DXY correlated with crypto goes up substantially. Crypto pulls back is happening as we speak. Hello, everyone. Right. And Sean, I do agree. And that would be a big thing for people that's holding gold as well. If China pays their digital yuan to gold, it's game over. And again, China has more gold. Supposedly, they've been collecting more gold over the last 5 years in their reserve than the United States, right? Who has the country that has the gold, then has the money, and then they have the money and the power, right? So let's get into ADA, Cardano, right? I know some of you all may have purchased over the weekend and maybe you hodled, maybe you didn't take out your gains, maybe you did take out your gains. However, if you did not take out your gains, right, again, I do believe that we have not seen the end of Cardano, right? Or Cardano, however you want to say it. So Cardano becomes a multi-asset. Listen, this was released today. Blockchain with today's hard fork. Enabling new tokens is a step on the path to the full smart contract functionality, right? So now you have, again, released today, the Cardano blockchain, which runs ADA token, will become a multi-asset chain with its hard fork today, right? Is named Mary the Hard Fork, which will allow users to create new tokens that run the Cardano um, just as ADA does. Enabling new tokens was one of the first big use cases. So another big use case is that called for Ethereum enabling its 2017 multi-billion dollar initial coin offering to splurge. So big news for Cardano, right? This was tweeted not long ago. The next Cardano Epic starts in, according to them people, is 55555. So I do believe in five. That's a representation of victory, new beginnings, right? If you're biblically background, you know David when he slew his Goliath, he had five smooth stones. So we see 55555 here, right? So in a video update previewing the hard fork, Charles Hoskins, founder of the company behind Cardano, called the move historic. Wow, so a historic move for Cardano, right? And so now with the smart contract, let's go into the smart contract. And you are, I'm going to, yes. Exactly. And this is why I'm telling you all, if you're not growing your money expeditiously, quick, fast, at an expeditious rate, people, I don't know if you're going to be able to take advantage of the greatest wealth transfer, or you're going to be on the poverty side, right? I've been saying this for the last year. You're either going to be a part of the prosperity shift or the poverty shift. Grow your money. Just know, people, that cryptocurrency takes the foresight, not necessarily the foreknowledge, but it does take the foresight and the patience, right? And the patience. However, for some people, March will be great. I do think as long as they are distributing the stimulus and the government is continuing to put stimulus, right? I think that we should see a crypto bull market up to the months of maybe August or September. Probably August, because August is when the unemployment, right, the additional unemployment will be scheduled to end. And that's when the government stops pumping money into the economy. And let me tell you, this is why I'm kind of up and down about Bitcoin, right? Is that I know, right, the government, whenever these stimulus packages are approved, you see Bitcoin escalate. So, do I think they have a hand in pumping money to crypto? I really do. I really, really do. So, you all stay on all the way to the end, right? We're going to discuss this Ethereum interview that Mark Cuban made, right? But we're still talking about Cardano. So make sure we're at the 36-minute mark, and I'm going to try to keep this under an hour. So Cardano, roadmap. I know some of you are going to leave. The people that watch the replay is going to say, Queen, you're not pronouncing it right. But again, I just see all the A's, right? And I just like to say Cardano. I know most people say Cardano, right? And so I'm assuming, I always wondered, what does this digital art look like? And these smart contracts, right? And now you have Cardano with the smart contracts. So I'm assuming that this is what the digital artwork look like. Now, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, right? Whether you are watching this live or on the replay, let me know this. Now, this digital artwork, it looks digitalized. Are you able to physically frame it? You all know the answer to that. Help Queen out. Let me know. But with these smart contracts, people, you can cut out the middleman, right? Sell your own products, right? Have the copyrights powerful. And this is what Sean was referring to earlier. Have the copyrights to your own products. And that means have your royalties. So do you know how many artists and actors in the past that did not have these rights? And as a result, they only got a portion of their royalty fees over the years. And that, well, now all of that middleman, no human intervention is cut out. And you have 1,000% royalty of your artwork, of your artistic work, right? Which is building up wealth and cutting out the middleman. I love cutting out the middleman. This is what Sean said. His ultraviolet album, NFTs, non-fungible tokens for 11.7 million. This is why these are changing the music industry. How much wealthier will the music industry now? So this is why they're called or referred to as smart contract, right? It will allow users from technical and non-technical backgrounds to create and execute financial smart contracts. People on the Cardano network, right? So big move. I did hold my Cardano, right? I didn't take out my gains. I probably should take out my gains. Probably switch into XRP. But hindsight is always 2020. I have no fear that I will get those gains back and will also triple those returns. And you still have Cardano that's under $1.50, people. So this is going to allow financial and business experts with no previous, people listen at this, with no previous technical knowledge to create smart contracts. Isn't that amazing? Financial smart contracts. Cardano has added this, right? And This is big deal. So people, you all can rest assured that DeFi, including Ethereum, should have a great month. I've been waiting on Ethereum, right, for this month of March, right? So this will allow the creation of fungible and non-fungible tokens, supporting the creation of also new cryptocurrencies on the Cardano, as well as the tokenized many types of these digital and physical assets on Cardano, digital and physical assets, fungible and non-fungible tokens. So it's going to be easier for the integration of smart contracts and DApps, the applications involving multiple cryptocurrencies. Whoa, this is exciting, right? This is exciting. Big news, big announcements for Cardano. Big news, big announcements. So let's get to Ethereum. Minnesota says, I'm doing right. Jay, thank you so much. Jay said, love this channel. Make sure you all hit the thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. Some of you all are subscribing. Make sure you share as well, right? Um, Sean said Charles was one of the original Ethereum mafias, the OG team of five. Oh my gosh, Sean, I'm not reading out those names, but really appreciate it, right? Yes, and the person who purchases the non-fungible tokens will also receive royalties. You also receive royalties. I listened to Peter Schiff to do it. He did an interview, and he was like, "Why would you want to receive royalties on something you don't own?" Right? This was Peter Schiff. He said that's like having shares of a home, a physical house, but you don't have the keys and you don't live in it. Well, the way I look at it is, if the owner rents the house, right? And although the owner has the keys, the owner will do all of the property management, all of the rentals, all of the negotiation to get people to come in and rent. And all I have to do is sit back and be a recipient of the whoever is managing that house works, right? Whoever is managing the business works. So you get royalties along with the artist, and you have to do any work, people. That's passive income, right? So Peter Schiff has a whole different outlook on cryptocurrencies and understanding NFTs as well. Now, another level that I'm getting into, again, I just had a, a very emotional weekend, right? But I'm getting into farming, right? If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day, right? If you teach a man a fish, he can eat during fishing season, right? This is just made up by Queen. This is mine. But if you teach a man to farm, he will eat in all seasons. He'll eat, or she, I am not biased, for a lifetime. I don't know why my skin. I don't put, you know what? I put lip gloss on when I go live. I don't put anything on my skin. And it's just, I guess, naturally oily skin. Someone told me on my last live stream, said, Queen, you are glowing. And I look back at it and I'm like, yeah, I really was everywhere. I don't put just anything. I do everything natural products with my, when I, my soap and those things. But that's it. But I guess I just have naturally oily skin. So trying to make sure I'm not glowing too much. Bobby says, get the likes of 203 people watching. Yes, thank you, Bobby. We should have that many likes. So let's get into Ethereum. Sean says, teach a man how to own a lake and he can fish and charge. That's true. But in the crypto world, they call it farming, right? They call it farming. So I just decided to go with farming. That's right. He can also eat for a lifetime, or she can, and they can sell the products in the farm, right? They can make several streams or rivers of income, right? Several rivers of income. So this other interview by Ethereum people, I promise you, if you are somewhere still lost about smart contract and Ethereum, please, I beg of you to listen to this interview, right, by Mark Cuban. He said Ethereum will disrupt the beep, right, out of big software companies. Cuban says smart contracts will change the game for insurance claims, banking, your commercial banks. Remember, I told you all we're going to see the end of commercial banks within 2 years. You will only see the big banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America. Those banks that are involved in cryptocurrency are the only ones that will last. Look, Ethereum is already for the month up 17.99% for the month, and the last 24 hours, right, it says up 7% for the last 24 hours. So this is a very in-depth video about Ethereum, smart contracts, software companies, banking system, and healthcare, right? He's also very bullish for advocate for non-refundable tokens collecting. The Pokemon digital craze is just going um, I guess bananas, right? And he talked about decentralized financing. Just take out the middleman, right? Where you don't have to go to a bank or a lender and they pull your FICO score, or they negotiate some type of collateral for you, right? If you, and this is one reason why I'm also an advocate for holding some cryptocurrencies, because they will be your collateral for funding. You won't need any government ID issue, no middleman, no bank involved, right? Um, and so you all, I'm just going to play a clip of this, but listen, I'm going to share this link, right? The simplification of smart contracts on Ethereum blockchain, right? Because he's saying that, you know, you're going to be able to maybe go to a mall and shop, and they're going to offer you Ethereum tokens just if you use their card to make purchases. It's not going to be like cashback reward cards anymore. So he really breaks down how people did not understand the internet right back in the 1990s as well. So I'm going to share this link with you all. Please go back on your time and listen and watch this interview.
Thanks for joining. Let's start with kind of a few years back. Clearly, at some point, you bought an amount of Bitcoin. You just revealed that recently. Now, at the time, maybe you didn't make a lot of noise about it. Now, clearly, I feel like more recently, you are out there, you are talking about crypto, you are all in. And I guess I'd ask you, what has changed? What has changed for you? What has changed about the space?
Nothing really. The big battle I've always had with people who were into Bitcoin in particular was whether or not it was a currency. And remember, for the longest time, it was, yeah, it's going to be a currency. We just need Lightning. Then we'll be able to do a bunch of transactions. Everybody's going to realize that, and it'll be, it'll take over fiat. And I was like, there's just no way. There's just too many things working against it. The block size is everything, right? From a technological perspective, and Lightning was everything. Then you got the battles in 2017, I think it was, and you had the forks and all that kind of stuff. There was just too much stuff going on for it to really get to that point. And I really don't think that ever changes. And I always said Bitcoin was worth what somebody will pay for it. And so, as long as there's people coming in, it's okay. As long as the demand exceeds the supply, it's okay. And I've always compared it to gold and always said that it was better than gold. When people say gold has intrinsic value, that's ridiculous. The idea that, assigning, we like gold colored jewelry or gold original jewelry, and that's intrinsic value is ridiculous. And so I think for a lot of reasons, then we fast forward to this summer, really, and you start to see the value of smart contracts and DeFi in particular, and governance, and now you realize whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum, maybe some other choices, when somebody owns that, they become their own personal banker. And when somebody has that, and you can start creating other applications with smart contracts, and you get a lot of leverage, and that's really changed the game for me, and that's what got me excited.
So there's a few things there. I mean, let's talk more about the idea of, is it a currency?
Okay, so I think he's getting some echo in the background, so I won't play all of that, but I did share the link I did share the link, so you all, you need to watch that in detail. If you have any questions about understanding Ethereum, smart contracts, and its functions, I would definitely recommend that you go back and listen to this Mark Cuban interview in full detail, right? So last thing, don't sleep on Binance Coin, right? Don't sleep on Binance Coin as well. Um, Many people are predicting that one as much as $1,000 invested in Binance, right, which is up 15.23% today. I discussed Binance and Ravencoin last week, so don't sleep on Binance, right? Many are suggesting that Binance, a $1,000 investment in Binance, look at this chart, just going up the scale, could return as much as 14K, right? Don't sleep on Binance Coin, Raven Coin. And let me tell you this. This is my last piece of financial advice, and then I'm logging off. People with cryptocurrencies do not have the fear of missing out. Do not feel like, listen, this is cryptocurrency 101. Always, always, always. I don't care if I do a live stream and I'm sharing with you that this coin has a 100% gain for today, right? And you feel like, okay, I need to get in right now. Don't do that. Do not ever do it when it's in the green. Ever, ever, ever. That's investing 101, right? Do not do it. Just put it somewhere in your notation. Wait till it get in the red, right? And then always buy the dip. I promise you, as volatile as these cryptocurrencies are, the dips are coming, right? So again, you have to have the foresight and have to have the patience. Now, there are some coins that I think, and I don't want to name them out because I don't want to be giving investing advice, that are great for trading against. Again, I just don't do it when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are my long-term holders, right? Because of the asset that they will be in the future and the freedom also that they will provide. But you have a lot of coins, right? That's great for trading, in my opinion. They go down, I get them in the red, and then they go up, right? Solarity. I'm trying to think of some others. That's just good for trading. And Ravencoin. It's just Zeal. It's just top of my head, right? You got Voyager Coin. You all don't sleep on Voyager Coin as well. It's doing great today. So we had Binance Coin. I think was number 3 last week. It has taken a position, a number 4, because you have Cardano at the number 3 spot, and Tether, and then look at Polkadot. Polkadot is, Sean says, do I remember? Yes. So, you know what? If somebody got in at 10 cent of ADA, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that they cashed out. I'm pretty sure that they did. But there's other thing that I want to share with you all real quick. And let me see if I can find that article. Dubai sells Bitcoin to buy ADA. It wasn't just ADA, right? It wasn't just ADA. They sold 750 million worth of Bitcoin. It was also DOT as well, right? Polkadot as well. So don't sleep on the Polkadot. Again, ADA is in the red today. Everything else is in the green. But just know that ADA will rise, right? So, and never, again, not financial advice, just some wisdom. Never sell in the red, right? Never sell in the red. Don't have a fear of losing. It's only a paper loss. It's only a loss on paper, right? So Dubai Crypto Fund sells 750 million Bitcoin to buy more ADA and DOT, right? More ADA and DOT. I do have some other coin predictions. If you all have the Cash to Crypto book, it's on page 21 of my book, on page 28, right? Those two coins as well. But yeah, so to purchase the ADA, and Polkadot. And so for those who have not invested in the Cash on Crypto report book, why haven't you already, right? It's a 30-page book that's giving you information and detail about the cryptocurrencies that will be a part of this fourth industrial revolution. The website is Cash on Crypto. That's with a K.com, right? CashOnCrypto.com. So make sure you go to their website. It's a small investment of $75. Get this over 30-page report for the cryptocurrencies that will fuel and take you into the fourth industrial revolution. Put your cash on crypto, people. With gas and grocery prices rising, you need to be able to survive, and you need your cash to grow at an expeditious, at a fast rate, right? Slow money in this economy, slow money will be no money, right? Slow money will be no money. Well, you all, I said I would keep it under an hour. I'm going to try to do a better job of that. However, Minnesota says your everyday money will be Ethereum, right? And I thank you all for tuning in. I thank you all for joining in. Again, as much as I can, I'm going to bring you some up to date. It's so many things changed. I could have talked about the stimulus today, right? It's just so much going on in this economy. But I felt like focusing on a positive note and how to help you survive and thrive would be a better beneficial live stream. So let's hope that the stimulus gets approved by March 14th. Again, rent moratoriums end in March 31st, and housing foreclosure moratoriums have been extended until the end of June, right? Until the end of June. Well, I'm logging off, right? I'm logging off. Again, get the Cash on Crypto report. And here's to your health and your wealth, your peace and your prosperity, your credit, your crypto, and your cash flow. And speaking of credit, I think I saw someone said they wanted a credit consultation. You can go to the website. Also, I have a silver stacking report as well. You can get both the silver stacking report and the Cash on Crypto report for $60, right? So you're saving yourself $10 there. And for credit consultation, just go to my website as well. The uh, other website, which is fixmycreditandcash.com, fixmycreditandcash.com. And you can select credit help to get your credit consultation, credit services. You book that online by now. Please include your name and email address in the notes, right? And also the Queen of Coins and crypto report, because silver will also be the metal that will be industrial and both monetary use to fuel the 5G, to fuel this economy. You had Reddick that was also going against the silver squeeze. So physical silver will be a great investment as well. You can get both reports on fixmycreditandcash.com for $60, or you can go to cashoncrypto.com and get one report for $75. Thank you all so much. Thank you all as well. Yes, Sean, buy those dips. Monique Ware, thank you so much, Queen, you and Gwen, for your super chats. I'm signing out. Queen, I'm so used to saying Queen of Credit, but Queen of Crypto out. You all have a great night.